Chris and I are here today to talk about some of the successes our mentoring clients have been getting recently, because we're really excited about the results that are being driven through the mentoring groups. And we're really enjoying working with everyone as well, aren't we, Chris?
Oh, yeah, it's been great. So hearing some of the stories and some of the deals and opportunities that the mentees have been finding as well.
Yeah, so we are both long in the tooth commercial property surveyors. So we've both got over 20 years of experience in the market, investing for ourselves, finding deals for other people. We're active in the market day in, day out, aren't we, Chris?
Yeah, we are indeed. And we also get to share the opportunities that we're looking at with our mentees as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we're feet on the ground, really busy all the time, but we spend part of our time helping private investors invest for themselves, which always feels really good. Some of them are trying to replace their income, some of them investing their pension, some of them just want more time freedom to get away from hands-on management of some other strategies. And we both kind of go through the boot camps that we do with our clients as well. So we're actively doing the tasks that we're asking them to do, which I like. So what do you think is working really well for our mentoring clients at the moment?
I think what's working with them at the moment is first of all, sharing the opportunities that we're reviewing and also opening it out to questions. So I'm being questioned on the deals that I'm looking at as well, which is very good. But also sort of looking at the investment and opportunities that they're looking at as well, and also just being able to help them with any questions that they may have about an opportunity that they may have found. It could be anything to do with knowing an agent in the area, or just understanding the local market, what's going on there, just things like that. So it's really sort of, it's a good opportunity to help them through the opportunities they're looking at.
Yeah, so and it's quite practical, isn't it? So we do that in our group mastermind days once a month in our deal clinic, and we spend about 3 hours of the day on deal clinic together with the mentees, don't we?
Yeah, no, and it's great. And some of the opportunities that they bring to the table are fantastic. But some aren't. But at the end of the day, it's about learning from those outcomes if it's not, and just correcting that one on looking for future opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the fact that you and I both bring deals that we've been looking at and talk through them usually gets the group's cogs going, doesn't it? And gets the questions going, and then they're happy to bring their deals for us to sit and analyze together. So yeah, I think that works really well for them. I also think what's working really well for our mentees is the other practical element of the on patch days, which I do with the mentees, where I go out to their investment patch and I spend the whole day with them, and we meet agents, we view properties. And the key things that seem to come out of that are people just go, wow, you look at vastly different things to me, because they haven't developed that like commercial property lens yet. They might still have a very residential lens when they're looking for property. And I mean, you've seen some of the feedback, haven't you, recently after on patch days being posted by the mentees for what they get out of that day?
Yeah, no, it's great because it opens their eyes, and sort of it's almost looking through your eyes as to what to look out for, and the mentees are so engaged as well, and they sort of take on board and adopt the practices that you're pointing out on those on patch days.
Yeah, and we just see the offers flow, don't we? After an on patch day, the offers just seem to start flowing, which is great. So they've obviously built some confidence. And the other thing that we're doing that I really enjoy doing, mostly because I've been to some fitness boot camps and don't particularly enjoy being shouted at, but I quite enjoy doing the shouting. So we run a boot camp twice a year for the mentees, 21-day boot camp. And it's actually a lot of fun, isn't it? Doing the tasks every day and really getting the flow going in people's deal pipelines by just teaching them to be consistent.
Yeah, and but with ourselves doing it as well, it sort of helps them and sort of provides guidance to them. And again, they're so engaging that they pick up on that and apply it themselves. So
I know, and the funny thing is, it kind of helps us stay accountable as well, doesn't it?
yeah,
Because we're
true.
like, well, we better get some flipping results, because if they get better results than we do, well, we don't look very good.
Pressure's on me to get these results, definitely. Yeah.
I know. Well, and you are getting results, so much so at the moment that actually quite often you're finding that you've got surplus deals or deals that some of our sourcing clients aren't ready to fund. And so you've actually started making introductions to our mentoring clients and connecting them to deals that some of them have started to offer on and bid for, haven't you?
Yeah, I think that's how the WhatsApp groups work really well. And that, if I found an opportunity and our sourcing clients aren't, unfortunately, not in a position to move, then it is great to share that opportunity out. There was a great, the Belper auction property, which was exactly that. Our sourcing clients weren't ready to move on that, but one of our mentee clients was. They were unfortunate at auction, but it was an opportunity that was brought there, and there's more to come.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do we think helps our mentoring clients succeed in achieving their goals investing in commercial property over and above, the knowledge and the practical implementation? What really makes the difference for our mentees, do you think?
I think very much the WhatsApp group. I think that really helps because 9 times out of 10 the questions are aimed at us, but actually, because the whole group are part of it, you will find that sometimes it's another mentee on the WhatsApp group that provides the answer, because that they've done that and they covered it off. So it's very much a close community WhatsApp group that's just sharing knowledge all the time, and everybody's just so helpful and will assist anybody else in the group if they've encountered whether it be a hurdle or an opportunity, but are there to help as well. So
yeah, and I think it is that support, isn't it? It's that feeling of not being in it on your own, and also not only having the group days, but then in between there's somewhere to go when you need some help or you want to. And I find it inspires people as well, because they get into a bit of a competition, don't they, with, oh, I better get some results because my fellow mentees are getting results. So I think that group support is quite key. And the other things that I feel really help our mentoring clients is the confidence that builds over time from all the different elements that we put into the mentoring program. So kind of month on month, the group days build confidence. But the key things that build the confidence are the boot camp and then the on-patch day. And I just see confidence boost incredibly after the on-patch day of that practical hands-on experience and a bit of a push to meet agents, make offers, and then the accountability as well. We have some mentees, don't we, who say, oh, Kirsty tells me off. Of what they mean by me telling them off generally is I hold them accountable to the goals that they told us they want to achieve. So we try and stop them going off on tangents, don't we?
Yeah, and some of the we're the first to admit that some mentees do lose their mojo a little bit, but once they're sort of in an open discussion with the wider group and with ourselves, it just establishes that that's what they need, just to sort of focus the mind and get back out there. So I think that wider group and support network, not just from us two, but the wider group, I think is fantastic, actually.
Yeah, and I think no one ever says to me when I say what do you need help with, why do you want to join the mentoring program? No one ever says accountability, or hardly ever, accountability and confidence. And then as they go through the process of learning about commercial and getting out there and building a deal pipeline, making offers, they go, yeah, actually what I really needed was confidence and accountability. And it's good to see them realize that, but no one ever knows that that's exactly what they need at the start.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, confidence is a big part, because I think some of the the questions that I've seen is that, oh, I don't know what to ask an agent. Well, it's that's a common, but as I say, everybody sort of chips in and helps out to build that confidence.
Yeah, exactly. And so just to finish off, what are some of your highlights from recent months in our mentoring programs, from the results that our clients are getting?
I'd like to single out Jabu. She's a very busy person. She's a nurse in the NHS, has a small portfolio already, but I've seen her confidence build from being very reluctant to put offers in to one that towards the end of the 6 months that she was actively putting in offers in an area that she felt confident and she knew. So that I'd like to single Jabu out to that, because I've seen her over the past 6 months, her confidence rocket.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's definitely been a highlight. It's been great to see that progress. I think a highlight for me was Simon after his 6-month review call, actually, because he came on that call saying, do you think already having one deal, which was a development flip, which would give him capital profit, but another part of his goals for the year was to create a certain level of income during the year. And he came on and said, do you think I should try industrial development next? And I was like, let's go back to your goals that you set at the beginning. Don't you want income next? Well, yes, I do. Okay, well, that's not going to get you income fast. So why don't you focus on asset management income producing opportunities in high streets, which is where you've already been building a deal pipeline? And he absolutely took it on board. I think it was only about 2 weeks later, here was this asset management deal that gave him the total amount of income he wanted to create in the year in one deal. And he got in there really quick, didn't he? Before auction, made the offer, had it accepted. Now that deal fell over. But then what he did, well, I'll let you say what he did next, because I was just like, brilliant.
I know we're going to edit this, but I forgot what he did. Sorry.
Actually, we might not edit that, but it's quite funny. Well, there's so many results that it's hard to remember, but he went on to that Betfred deal in South Glasgow.
Sorry, the Betfred in South Glasgow was absolutely amazing. It was an absolute cracking deal. Betfred were holding over. They would have left if they were intending to leave. He got good advice from a local agent in terms of the rent that could be expected. An absolutely fantastic deal that was.
And again, secured it prior to auction, had the confidence to go in there, do the due diligence, go, yeah, I'm going for that, make the offer, secure it before it even got to auction. And it's fantastic to see mentees having the ability and the confidence to do that. Another one I really like is Phil, actually, at the moment. So he's coming towards the end of his 12 months. And, he's had, life and business challenges getting in the way. He's a busy guy, but he really, really wants to make his capital work. And the boot camp that we just did just seems to have totally re-engaged him. He's got his mojo back, fired him up, and he's gone to a new investment area, 3 new deals, 3 offers in, and now he's this close to getting one of them accepted. So I'm rooting for him that gets accepted.
Another one for me is Ivor. He's done absolutely fantastically over the last 6 months. From a point of I think there was one that I can't recall what town it was, but I believe it was a super drug that that could have easily been split into 2 units, because either side of the property faced the high street, which was absolutely amazing. He was unsuccessful on that one, but he later went on to secure a great one in Burton-on-Trent, which was a Halifax, generating £50,000 worth of income per annum, which was an absolute cracking one, where a shopping centre landlord is deciding to carve up the shopping centre and sell off long leasehold. So that was an absolute great result as well.
Yeah, 11% return, immediate income, future different scenarios for repurposing in future. I mean, yeah, great. And then I had his 6-month review call with him, and he said, oh, yeah, I think I might just take a little break. And I was like, why would you do that when you've built up all this momentum? I mean, what? Anyway, yeah, actually, you're right. Why would I do that? And so now he's like back on his game, making connections with new agents. And he came to the group last month with another couple of really strong potential asset management deals, which is great to see. I think I also really like Jackie and Olaf and what they're doing in their patch. So they're quite experienced, and they had one that they were purchasing, joined the mentoring program, found the confidence to go back and chip the price because things in the market have changed, got a reduced price agreed, and now they're working through adding value to that property by doing the asset management on lease renewals and rent reviews, and really getting a lot for, and that's a great experience for the other mentees to go through with them as well. And they are coming up with some good new opportunities through the agent relationships they've got, which is good to see.
Yeah, and I've worked with them closely, and we touched on it earlier on the Belper auction. It was Jackie and Olaf that went for it in the end. So that was a relatively quick turnaround, but being able to sort of explain the opportunity, and they managed to get out and see the property. But and also the other property that we're looking at in Newark with them at the moment, just going through a bit of the due diligence as well. So, I think that's a good added value to what we bring to the mentees on certain aspects of that as well. Yeah.
And then finally, because we could be here all day discussing results that have been recently, which is super exciting for us because it means we're doing something right. It was Tom actually from his on patch day. So he'd been doing a lot of things remotely because he'd been abroad a lot, and he got some really good deal flow going, totally nailed analysis, but just couldn't quite find the impetus or the confidence to actually put the offers in. And then I went out on his on patch day with him. We had a brilliant day, scoped locations, met some agents, viewed some properties, crunched a load of numbers. And well, the difference is like night and day, isn't it? Before on patch day, after on patch day, he's just gone off like a rocket. I think he's made about 7 offers in the last 2 weeks. He hasn't got one accepted yet, but he's got some strong negotiations underway, and I can't keep up with him in the WhatsApp group at the moment.
I can't keep up with what country he's in,
or whether he's skiing or surfing or that. Living his best life. Will he be living an even better life if he gets all these deals over the line, won't he? So
exactly.
But I think in summary, you and I are really excited about the results clients are getting at the moment in the mentoring program, and we just want to help more people do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Yeah.
Well, bring it on. So if you are ready to accelerate your results, Chris and I are ready and waiting to help you do just that.